This is the second of a series of presentations under a title that we've called Operation Hope. It's putting the joy back into running your business. In particular now, we're looking at what we call smashing the customer case. The customer case is we're cased if we do advertise because of the high costs. We're cased if we don't, we won't have customers. So in this presentation, we're going to look at the problem that has caused this issue and what our solution is. The first part of the problem is what we call the contact cost. It's that cost that's incurred by us to get in front of our potential or relevant customers. And the first one is to be where our customers are in terms of we need to use media that have already got our customer. So it could be the TV, it could be radio, newspapers, magazines, billboards, or mass mailing. It's a form of getting in front of that customer by paying somebody who's an intermediary who've already got those customers. And of course these costs can be incredibly high. It can be £50 just for a column centimetre in the local press. And the second one to looking at being where your customer are really relates to the internet. It's all about the search engine optimization for the likes of Yahoo and Google to make sure that when somebody keys in certain criteria, you're appearing at the top. And it's also now with social networking sites like Facebook and YouTube where they are advertising to businesses like your own to say that if you would like to put an advert in front of targeted audiences, people who are looking at a particular subject, then this is the fee that's incurred. And of course, they're going to the highest bidder. It's as simple as that. So there's the contact cost that's having a real adverse effect on making our business profitable and limiting us in terms of who we can see or which of our customers we can reach. Then there's what we call the content cost. Because if you're using something like radio or TV, then you're talking about seconds. If you're using media like magazines or newspapers, then it's column centimetres. And because the costs are so high, there's only a limited opportunity for you to get your message over. And therefore, there's a whole lot of money spent on making sure that that message is right. Whether we get imaging companies or PR companies or whatever, there's a whole lot of extra costs incurred because we have a limited opportunity to get the message over. So again, we're getting a small amount of message base, and yet we have to generate a whole lot of cost to make that small message base count. And then in terms of search engines, it's making sure with only a small message that we have available, again, that we get the right message that will attract them to click that button and go through to our website. And then there's creating and maintaining the internet content in terms of the skills that's required, the time that's required to keep them up to date, and the cost that's incurred in terms of labour and so on. So all of these huge costs are being added against us in terms of providing the content that we needed. So our solution is to create what we call cyberspace communities. It's really the natural progression from social networking, except our difference is everything will be in one place. So the customer will come to this site if they're looking to buy something in a particular area within the northeast of England or for the northeast business community and so on. These are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're incredibly easy to use and to navigate. They're totally free for your customers. They can access the content from anywhere. And what makes it particularly useful to us is we actually create marketplace or showcase areas where the customer is going to that area because they want to buy goods. They're looking for products and services. So rather than an advert that's imposed directly upon them, they're coming to this area that provides you with an excellent opportunity to present your products and services. The next thing about our solution is we embed content. We don't create any content. We're not another tool like Facebook or Twitter or any of these other places for you to create content. We're not an alternative. We're actually bringing all that content in using a technology called RSS. So blogs, Twitter, YouTube, Google News, Facebook forums, your own existing websites will probably all create RSS content. We are just simply bringing that RSS content into our cyberspace community. And because of that, it's non-proprietary, i.e. all the content you create can't just work in our particular environment, but because it's a blog, because it's Twitter, your content can appear in many other places as well. And because of the tools that we're using, creating your content is incredibly low cost, or in many cases, for example, as Twitter, YouTube and so on, it's totally free. So the products that we're providing within our cyberspace community is, first of all, you can become a content provider. What we mean by that is, take for example the North East Business Centre. We might want somebody to specialise on NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. It may well be that you will set a blog up for this, and you will look at the likes of YouTube for the latest videos on that subject, and anything good you would embed into your blog, and then we would display your blog free of charge. It could be you're looking at sites that relate to NLP, so you become the expert, the one who's providing a list for the rest of the community on great sites to do with NLP. It could be that you use something like Google News or Yahoo News to check out the latest articles on that particular subject, and those which are most relevant, once again, you embed into your blog. So this is a way of providing content which is useful for your customers. We display free of charge on our site because we want more content. When the user clicks through to the message or the content that you provided, it presents you with an excellent opportunity to present your products and services. So that's totally free of charge. The next place is what we call the showcase or marketplace message board. Within each of our areas, in particular for the North East business community, it's a showcase area. There's a message board where you can add messages about late availability, new products and services, special offers, etc. And that is totally free of charge. Then again, within the showcase marketplace area, you could have your own section where you can put your own content. And this is a link or a feed, which could be a Twitter account, it could be a blog account or whatever, where you can put your messages in. And again, this is totally free of charge. The next one is a step on from the feed, where along with the feed, you also have a link to your own page, so that the user can click through, and in that page, you can put as much content as you wish. And this is all for a one-off charge of just £60. That's normally going to be £120 per annum, but as a starter, as a pioneer offer, for just £60, you will have that place forever. And in your own page, you could put blogs, you could put forum in, as much content as you wish, and continually add to it. So you'd have your own place, in effect, in your targeted marketplace or showcase area for this one-off charge of just £60. If you're looking to get a competitive advantage, you can own a banner in one of the main areas, the area most relevant to your particular customers. The banner would normally cost £360 per annum, which is just £30 per month, which is just less than £1 a day. But for a one-off charge now of just £180, you would have that position forever. And finally, you may choose to be the main sponsor on a particular area which is relevant to your business. So for example, if you are a company that provides investment capital, then you could own the page within our North East Business Centre that relates to starting up a business, and that's just a one-off price of £600. It would normally be £1,200 per annum, just £100 per month, but for this one-off charge of just £600, you would have that prime position forever. So these are just some of the products and services that are available to help you get right in front of your targeted customer, hopefully making running your business a joy again by getting rid of this communication curse.